We're not giving it back. We're not giving it back.
You know, I wanted to point out, thank you, Dave. I wanted to point out one thing, because, you know, you're all business people. And anytime you enter into a public-private joint venture, and I've done many of them with different ballparks up and down the East Coast, but the public-private joint venture with Suffolk County and the Empire State Development Corp has been very, very successful for the county as well. And I was here to watch Paul Lancy do his presentation on the Lighthouse Project, and I'm going to do a commercial and hope that the Lighthouse Project still does have a vibrant heartbeat here for Nassau County, because it's one of the most important sports projects on Long Island, or even projects on Long Island. So I personally, you know, endorse it and wish them the best of luck. But again, I just want to tell you a little about the economics. The ballpark was funded this way: $14.4 million from the Empire State Development Corp. as a grant to Suffolk County. And the Empire State Development Corp. has granted money all over the state of New York, and Senator Owen Johnson fought for this money and was able to bring it down to Long Island. You know, a lot of our tax dollars go that way, but they don't come much back this way. So this was a real win for Long Island. So $14.4 million state grant to Suffolk County. Suffolk County paid $5 million and got title to a $22 million asset. We paid $3 million to tenant fit the ballpark, to put the concession equipment in, the video board, all the other various things that you see, the lockers, the locker room, the offices. So it's about a $22.4 million funding, of which Suffolk County has title for $5 million. Now, Suffolk County in 10 years has had a return on investment. The return of that $5 million investment today stands at $12,324,399.25. Not that I'm counting, but if you do the simple math, that's a 24% return on investment. And their funding, and they've had, you know, their bonds went out at 4 or 5%, and they've been refinanced and all. So really pretty close to a 20% return on equity. So these projects, especially on Long Island, can be funded and can not cost the taxpayer money. In fact, this project has yielded a cash return to the county. So we're very, very proud of that. And that kind of gets lost in the soup sometimes, because they start focusing on how well we do and how well, what piece of the pie. So I just thought I'd put that on the table for your consideration. Also, the naming rights. We don't get the naming rights. And you know, it was originally EAB Ballpark. EAB was acquired by Citibank. And Citibank did not renew their naming rights. They have this other project called Citi Field. So they went that way, and that's okay. They were a good partner for 10 years, and we wish them well. Plus, we don't get the money for the naming rights. The naming rights money, 55 road signs and the name on the ballpark, it goes to the county. So it's up to the county to sell that. They didn't sell it yet. So anybody in the room interested in naming rights, it's still available.
ExecuLeaders ballpark.
And if there's ever a pitch man who could sell it, it would probably be Rich. I don't know. But at this point, I want to thank you once again for inviting us here, and we'll be happy to take any questions you might have and direct it to any one of us. Yes, Ron.
Frank, I'm one of the people that worked for you at one time. It was a great experience. Is your Nassau possibility of opening there only hooked into the lighthouse, or could it possibly happen without?
Yeah, that's a good question, Ron. It really, you have, when you go up on the website and you see the lighthouse, you have to really scroll around to the far corner and kind of look around the corner to see the ballpark. But yes, we are on a separate piece of property if it happens. It's really not on the piece of property that's under debate and under discussion. But we did toss in a number of years ago. In fact, it was kind of interesting. I kept the soundbite because Tom Swazi, now this is a multi-billion-dollar project, as you know. Tom Swazi, after we threw in, and I like Tom a lot, and he said, when the Ducks threw into the project, it made it a no-brainer. We went, boy, I like that, because we were like a $30 to $40 million piece of the component of a multi-billion-dollar deal. We made it a no-brainer. So that's the power of baseball and power of community. We could be a part of it, I guess is the best way, and we would like to be.
Yeah.
Yes?
I'll just compliment you. The other night, 2 weeks ago, we had our food, the drink, everything. It was very impressive. Buddy Harrelson came up to visit us. In a couple of weeks, most probably, my fire department, I'm sure, they send to come up there and take over a speak. Comparing that to going to City Field for the same kind of event, you're talking almost $7,000 versus $1,400. And it's the same enjoyable night, and we had a great time. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And everybody survived the bachelor party. I don't think we threw anybody out that night, right? So that's good. Good luck with the wedding. Yes, sir.
Dave, how do you manage a locker room with ex-major leaguers and the young kids? How does that dynamic kind of work?
Stay out of it as much as possible. It is, in our end, that is the funnest part of the day is in the clubhouse where the camaraderie grows and the ragging begins. And I let it be known to all of our players the day I sign them that we have a very open clubhouse. And I want a lively, rambunctious type. I like all of the ragging going on. And I tell them, you know, if you have 10 years in the big leagues and this kid's got a day, I don't care. We're all equal. And if I walk down into that clubhouse, or if Buddy walks down, or Bill Seamus, our pitching coach, or Kevin Bias, they better be ready because that's the way we want it. We don't want anybody to feel that I'm a major leaguer, you're an A-ball guy, you should be in the same field with us. And that's the way we run it. We've always had great clubhouses, and it's probably contributes to most of our success.
You know, you hear about clubhouse chemistry, and it's really, really, really important. And Dave is, you know, he's got a great sense of humor, and he does keep things light. Buddy's that way. Buddy's a mentor. You know, for Matt as a young player to be able to go to shortstop college with Buddy Harrelson is a great thing. So I think it starts at the top, you know, and then you have great coaching staff, and then again, they're closer than brothers. They're going to spend, you know, 5 months together. They're going to live together at home, on the road. They're going to be in the locker room every day. They're always together. So chemistry, you know, that'll eat up your clubhouse. You get they always cancer in the clubhouse, and you'll hear, you know, Dave. Unfortunately for Dave, he's the first one in my phone. So usually when he gets that call at 11:30, I just pocket dialed him. I rolled over on the phone, or, you know, something, you know. Yeah, and yes, I do take the phone to bed occasionally, you know. But
So we had a player on our team by the name of Kevin Mannix. And if you've been to our ballpark, periodically you will see the big ducks, you know, they'll fly right over the center of the ballpark. And we have a little sound effect that goes with that. And Kevin Mannix is sitting in the bullpen, and these ducks fly right over the center of the field and us in the dugout to take cover. And he looked at Joe Valentine, or one of the relievers out there, and he said, "How much does Mr. Bolton pay to get them ducks to fly over the stadium during the game?" So that's some of the stuff we have to put up with there. And you low-key it for a while. And we had a play last night. Gabe Suarez slides into second base. He drove in 2 runs. He got thrown out of second. And he comes up and he's grabbing his knee, and I thought he tore a tendon. And I run out there real quick. I said, Gabe, what's you all right? You all right? I just tore a scab.
in fact, I had the privilege the other day of presenting my favorite Long Island Duck hockey player, a guy named Buzzy Deschamps, who when I was 12 years old was he led the team in scoring, was a phenomenal player. And the other night at the Suffolk Sports Hall of Fame, I had the opportunity to present him with his award and to induct him. But yes, it was the hockey team. As a young boy, I went over there and watched, John Brophy and John Muckler and all these great hockey players that were in part of that unbelievable. If you've seen the movie Slapshot, it's really, really pretty close. I mean, it's about Paul Newman plays John Brophy, and it is about that. So yeah, as a little guy, and you know what? And also, I mean, you can go to a menu, you can go to a restaurant in Ohio, you open it up, and, it doesn't say Dayton duck. It says Long Island duck, and yes, we all know that's a Peking duck, and we all know that's from China. But ducks are duck. So it all made sense. I was cleaning my office out, which I do every 3 or 4 years, just to look at paper, and I saw an article that was written in Newsday about where a lot of people weighed in what we should call the team, and there were a couple of good names when I look back. One was Pine Barrens, one was the Spuds, A legislator, Alan Binder, who voted against it, who said they should call them the white elephants because they never make money. It's okay, I like Alan, he's still okay. You know, everybody, I can understand. It's a good debate. It's a good debate to have. You know, we're in the rearview mirror. We, things are good. But that's the name.